Tantrum House Saturday morning board game show. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Journeyman Dan.
And we got a bunch of other people in the background ready to have a great time this morning. We're going to play a bunch of games. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that we've been doing recently. We got to get a little Gen Con news in there. We always like to start the episode off by giving a shout out to our sponsors, though. One of our sponsors for this episode is Call of Duty Arcane Wonders. Their Kickstarter is live right now. You can definitely check it out. They got a bunch of cool stuff going on. I believe they're well overfunded. I don't know how far into their goals they're reaching, but we do have a playthrough of this on our channel already, coming soon already. Larry and Amy went head-to-head in a little no-holds-barred battle of the skills, wits. I don't know what they were battling with, but they were having a great time. So you can check that out on our channel. And we may have some other previews and reviews and things coming soon. We also do want to give a shout out to our other sponsors, Game Toppers. We've got a topper right over here. We got a topper back there. We love these puppies. They're super handy. They are high quality and they play great when you got cards. You'll be seeing some cards in the slots and things going on later in the game, in the show. So it's lots of fun too. And then one of our other sponsors is The Op. We got a chance to hang out with them at Gen Con and see a lot of cool things that are coming down the pipe. So we'll have a bunch of cool stuff to show you guys very, very soon coming from The Op. How's everybody doing this morning? You guys feeling good?
Yeah,
everybody awake?
For sure.
I mean, I'm still recovering
I got a
from
voice.
Gen Con.
Yeah, doing pretty good. No crud here, so hallelujah on that front. I saw some con crud reports. Ugh. Get well, everybody. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We always love hanging out with our audience in the morning and chatting with you guys. Ryan's over at the helm running the switcher. He'll be happy to say hey as you answer all of his questions that are deep and probing this morning. I'm sure he's got some. Like, how do you pronounce Nathan Fillion? That was one of our starting points. All right, we are ready to jump into the show, though, so we're going to head on over to the table.
Well, good morning, everybody. We are taking a look at the first game of the morning, which is The Gardens from Grail Games. So before I tell you how to play, Kevin, what garden are we recreating in front of us?
I don't know. What garden do we want to recreate?
Melissa?
The Longwood Gardens?
Oh, I think it's probably something in Australia.
There we go. It's the Sydney Botanical Garden. So here's how you play this game. We have two boards that are actually put together with like a placeholder kind of in the middle. And we are recreating the Sydney Botanical Garden in front of us with a top row, a middle row, and a bottom row. They have them labeled A, B, and C. So on your turn, you can select one of the cards, either A, B, or C. Now you can't select two cards from the same row, so it's always got to alternate as you go. And you're going to place that card in your respective row, but you can place it on the right side of the, what is this? The middle center thing.
Sure. Yeah.
You can place it on the first empty spot on the right side or the first empty spot on the left side.
Okay.
When placed, your visitor needs to take a walk through the park to the most recently placed card.
Makes sense.
And you'll only score based on what is on the card that you've placed and kind of how many of those things you've passed or kind of walked through on your trip through the garden. So in this particular game, we are scoring trees.
Nice.
If you place a tree down and your visitor takes a walk through the park, for that specific tree type that you've placed, if you have 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them, you'll score like
Nice.
1, 3, 6, or 10 points.
Cool.
We're also scoring streams, but you only score streams if you have a fountain. We're scoring benches. We're scoring. Those are the 3 things we're scoring during the game. And then at the end of the game, we're scoring streams, we're scoring statues, we're scoring connected paths, and we're scoring all different types of trees in one particular row. So for instance, on a turn, it might look something like this. I'm going first, folks.
Second.
I'm going second, folks.
Oh.
It's the first, same thing. All right, I'm taking this guy, and I'm going to place it here. I took a C card, so it's got to go in my bottom row.
Okay.
My visitor has to walk over to the tree. I've got 1 tree,
You get a point?
so I get 1 point. I've got 1 yellow
If
tree.
I take this purple tree here,
Yep.
and I go here,
Yep.
do I get 3 points? Or
You do. I think you do count the space you started on, so
Oh,
3
well,
points.
well.
Actually, so 3 is more than that.
6
do I get
points.
6
6
points?
points. Yeah,
Well, I didn't
there you
know. Yeah. Do I count the tree I was on?
Yep. Sure
6
do.
points. Woo. Melissa.
All right, I think I'm gonna do that same thing because I have a red
6
tree.
points.
Although it doesn't help my path.
And it doesn't help in game.
But now
stuff.
Jonah cannot take from C.
That's right. I want that yellow tree in B.
Nice. Oh, are you allowed to do that?
Am I allowed to do it? Sure am.
Interesting.
Just
So
doesn't
you don't have to
connect
worry
to
about
anything.
it's not helping you connect.
Right.
Okay.
I'll take an extra point.
Okay.
Anyway, one really cool thing about this game is it has some variability to it because they provide a bunch of different scoring tiles here. So, like in this particular game, we're scoring benches, but there's a bunch of different scoring tiles in the box. So in a new game, you don't have to score benches or whatever. All these are interchangeable. Not only that, they actually talk about a variable game where you don't put this placard in the middle. You set it off to the side, which was fun. I hadn't played that way, but they do also have some other boards that have some landmarks built into them, and you can see those there as well. And they actually provide a deck of landmark cards, so they're kind of like mini expansions, honestly, that you can play in this game. The entire thing is 1 to 4 players. It probably takes 45 minutes to play or less all the way through. But you definitely have a bunch of things to look out for with that in-game stuff. And everybody plays until their board is filled. Basically, I think it's like...
And these are all interchangeable. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, 3 or 4 rounds or something. Yep. Until the entire board is filled, and then you'll score your points and determine who's the winner.
Yeah, so, I thought that there was definitely some tough decisions about deciding which row to take from first, because maybe there's 2 cards I really want, but someone else may take it before I do. Or I'm really counting on this card, and then someone else takes it. So, yeah, interesting. We do want to mention that all of the games that we are showing today are review copies that were sent by the publishers. All right.
We're going back to the couch.
Let's do it. All right, so on the couch we've got the game Pocket Farm from Mandu.
Mandu.
How do you pronounce that one?
Mandu.
How do you pronounce it at home?
Mandu.
This is a... You're not at home. I can share my home. This is a card/tile placement game where you are going to be working together to grow the best farm. We've already played a round or 2 just so you can kind of see what it looks like out on the table. In the game, players will start off with the little cool avocado, the start player, and everyone will have 1 card that they place into their garden. This guy is for in-game scoring, just so we can remember which color we are. And then on your turn, you will draft one of the available cards from the row and add it to your garden. So I guess I'll go first, and I'll just add another one in. I didn't look out there to see what it was. I'll take an easy one just so I can place it. I'm taking this card right here, and it is, it's got a cool little fruit, which is what I'm going to be using for in-game figuring out the score. And then the basket is what I'm really worried about in this turn, because in order to place the basket into my garden, I've got to be able to produce enough energy basically for it, which means I have to cover up a sun or a cloud. And the game has some interesting compounding growth, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, for the way that those guys... Yeah, that's a good word for it. The sun by itself produces 3 energy, so I could place a basket up to 3 on it. Nope, that is correct. By itself it produces 1. When I get 2 next to each other, they each produce 2, and then when I get 3 next to each other, they each produce 3, which is a crazy amount of sunshine. You can put some huge baskets on top of it. The clouds work in the opposite direction, so the cloud will allow me 3 by itself. I only need 1, so I'm going to maybe come down here and cover up this sun right here, and now I have surrounded my berry with a bunch of baskets, which is going to help me with in-game scoring at the end. You might be right.
You need 3, not 1 at the
Let's
basket.
put it back over here, backwards. There we go. That'll work. I got this.
All right. So then Hannah would go. And does it get replaced
It
or does not?
no.
So the middle number is how many you have to cover. How many, I
and
have
the
to cover 2
basket
of
is how
it.
much it's going to score at the end. Sorry, I was saying that backwards.
Okay. So if I can cover up this, but I have to cover up both of them, right?
Or you can rotate it.
Can I rotate it? And that would be, sure. I will rotate it that way.
And then Sarah picks one from the remaining 2.
And now I
then
have
we're gonna
all
discard
4 unique fruits, right? Is there
Oh.
all 4 of them?
Yep. So, actually, I am going to pick this one even though I don't really want it, because whatever is left over after the draft, this goes in a pile off to the side, and it will not only mark our rounds, but now this will be the multiplier for scoring raspberries at the end of the game. So every round another fruit will come out, and so now I've got 2 raspberries. So
We all have 2, so you equally helped us all. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Good
did.
job.
That was very kind.
But
Yeah,
if
there
I
is
left
some
apples,
push in
you
that.
guys would be scoring apples, and I have nothing currently.
That's true. The
So-
strategy.
Yeah, so this guy would get bumped up here to be our round tracker for the round, and then 4 new cards come out, and my first player token is going to pass so that Hannah gets first.
How many
dibs
rounds
on
are
it.
there?
That's a great question.
12.
12. thinking it was like 7, but who knows? It's one of those numbers. It's a bunch. You're going to end up with a pretty big tableau of cards in front of you at the end of the game. And then the way you're going to score is you're going to take these multipliers, however many of each type of fruit ended up here, which you can't see on probably any of these cameras. But and then you'll take your actual baskets and you'll say, all right, I've got apples are fueling 1 basket, 2 basket, and apples are currently worth nothing. But it's got a pretty interesting scoring mechanic, and it's surprisingly more thinky than...
Oh, this looks like a fun, cute family game.
Very bright.
It is not.
Well,
it is hard.
It's not fun.
There's a lot of
It
strategy.
is. I sat here agonizing about how do I place this?
There was some, like, when we played it the very first time, we didn't really know what we were doing. And so when our kids played it with us, they were like, oh, okay, that's fine. We ended up with some, like, totally all over the place scores. And then the second time when we sat down to play it, it was like, oh, I got to really optimize this. And it was, like, the most AP game I've played of a bright, fun, kid, crazy game in a long time. It was crazy. And that is Pocket Farm.
Yes.
All right, I think we're ready to head back on over to the table.
Hey, so I guess I'm doing this solo for a little bit, unless somebody else wants to jump over here. But this is going to be our legendary,
Matrix stuff?
upper deck section here. Yeah, so the big release here, Legendary Encounters, The Matrix. So this is, if you're familiar with the Encounters game system, this is very similar to it. You're going to have a Matrix deck. It's going to come out, and you have to send your deck of heroes into the Matrix to fight the bad guys.
All right, through the telephone?
Yeah, through the telephone. And it's possible you could get stuck in the Matrix if too many bad guys are out there. Makes your life harder, but you have to be in the real world to actually recruit heroes. So if you're familiar with kind of the recruit fight concept, usually you can do that all at one time. Here you have to choose, I'm going to recruit, and then I'm going to move into the Matrix and hope you don't get hosed or something like that because you're fighting unknown bad guys as they win.
Interesting.
So this is a lot of fun. I actually pulled this out, and it was one of those like, I'll just separate it. No, okay, I want to lay it out and see how it plays. Okay, now I'm going to play the whole game, and before I knew it, it was 12:30 at night. It's like, shoot, I need to go to bed. Lots of fun here. I'm going to get this out of the way for a second. We're definitely going to talk about this more in another full video, but just wanted to highlight it.
Oh, this is just, you were just whetting my appetite?
That's right, yeah.
I was getting ready.
No, we can't go
Back in the
full
day,
bore,
you're talking like, when was this, 2000s when this movie came out?
That's right.
I was able to do like the bullet dodge thing in slow motion when I had a young back.
So,
it was a good
for
time.
our review,
Right, we should throw that in
yeah,
there.
you're gonna
throw
do
out
that.
my back.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. That sounds like a great plan.
I also want to throw out Marvel Legendary Midnight Suns. We're somewhere in the 30s as far as expansions.
So many.
This dives into more of the, I guess, the horror line, you could say, with Morbius and Blade, Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone, and Wong are all in this. As you're fighting, and I know you're not going to be able to see a lot here, but you're fighting Zarathos, and you're fighting Lilith, all their bad guys.
I saw her. Susan.
Yeah, so lots of cool things here. The cards are, they do cool new things, cool new keywords. Blood Frenzy, the more bad guys you defeat, the better you get.
Does it have the hunter from the video game?
It does not have the hunter. I'm sorry. It does not have the hunter.
Is that a Ryan question or a question from the audience?
That's a Ryan question. Playing the video game.
Yeah, so lots of cool custom art. Again, all the heroes really play well together. And you've just got some neat mechanics they brought back and some additional ones. I really like one called Haunt, where the bad guys can actually haunt the heroes in the HQ. Now you have to kind of, exercise, whatever that...
Exorcism.
Yeah,
one of those
you have to perform an exorcism to be able to get that hero. So very thematic with what you're doing.
Did anybody watch Morbius? Because I feel like...
I just heard "It's Morbin time" was maybe not the best catchphrase to use.
Was that in the movie?
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched it.
It is actually, I'm not gonna find it, but his
catchphrases
ultimate is called "It's Morbin time." So this is a really neat set. If you're a fan of Legendary, if you're a fan of the Midnight Suns theme, definitely check this out. I also wanted to throw out one more thing that was given away at Gen Con. This is a special scheme that is coming in the new Legendary What If set. So they just announced this. So we've got it all sleeved up there.
Can you see it?
But that is, what is that called, Will?
It is called Trash Earth with Hugest Party Ever.
Yes. So that is the scheme. What If is going to be a
clean.
standalone game. So you don't have to have Legendary. You just get this, and you can have your own 350 card box set following the What If series from Disney Plus.
If Frigga Mother of Thor's in play, stack the twist next to the scheme as discovered wreckage.
Ooh.
Otherwise, search the villain deck.
Yeah, so cool things. I'm excited to see what comes with What If.
I did watch What If.
Yeah.
It was good.
So I'm sure it'd be right along those lines.
Was there a Morbius What If? I don't think there was. I don't know.
But that is the Upper Deck section for you. Thank you to Upper Deck for letting us show all this off. And if you're into Legendary, be sure to check it out. And I think we are headed back to the couch.
Hey, welcome back to the couch. We are looking at a game called Sea, Salt, and Paper. This is from Pandasaurus. It originally came out from a different company, but they brought it over to the United States. And we are actually in the middle of playing it. Hannah's never played.
Nope.
Melissa and I have played. It is a quick little card game. And on your turn, you're either going to take one of the top 2 cards that are face up and put them into your hand, or you're going to take 2 face down cards, keep one, discard another. And then after you do that, you may play a set of cards, and you basically are trying to collect, like, here's, you're trying to get 2 crabs, or this one you're trying to get a shark and a human together. And you're trying to connect those 2 kinds of cards together in order to take certain types of actions. And then those actions sort of do different things. And I think it's actually Melissa's turn.
We were playing, so all right. I'm gonna take 2 from the top.
Don't cover the card I want. You don't know which one it is, but I want that one.
All right. So some of the cards, like Kevin was saying, you're trying to get pairs. Other ones are going to score. You never play out of your hand, but they're going to score by having multiple in a set of them.
If I have 2,
Yep.
I put them down.
Yep, and what does a
then
crab do? What do a set of crabs do?
A set of crabs is 1 point for each pair of crab cards,
Right.
and then I choose a discard pile, consult it without shuffling it.
Yep.
The other one.
This one here.
Yep.
Take
And
one.
do I just take one of them?
Yep.
You can look
add
through
it
it.
to your hand.
No, yeah, I wanted this one. And
Well-
then if I have a second,
Here, you took.
I just took one.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Alright.
If I have another set, do I wait till the next turn to
You can
put
do
it?
You can do it right now.
That's not one
Not
that you
a set?
play. Sorry.
Sorry,
But like
sorry.
we said, we haven't actually explained the rules. The only ones that you ever play out of your hand are the crabs, the boats, the fish, and those.
Okay.
Everything else stays in your hand
Until
as
the end.
secret points.
I have secret points.
Haha!
So this game also has a little bit of a push your luck aspect because once you have at least 7 points,
Okay.
either down here or in your hand, you can call for the game to end.
Ooh.
And you can do that 2 ways. You can say stop, and everyone will just score what they have.
Okay.
Or you could say, what's the other version? Last chance.
Yep.
Everyone else gets 1 more turn. You do not. But if you have more points than everyone else, you get to basically score all your stuff and an extra bonus of your colors, and everyone else only scores their
So
colors.
it's a little silver of like calling
Right.
it, you get more points.
But if you call it and don't get it,
You get-
then you only score your colors, and everyone else scores their regular points.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So
sometimes you're looking to try and get all of like a certain color in order to get the majority in that. So, yeah. There's also, in addition to, we're not playing the whole game here. In addition to, since I'll show my hand.
all right, I'm gonna play boats though.
Sure. What do boats do, Melissa?
All right.
Coralu asks, is it true this game can be mean?
Yes, this game can be a little mean.
There are cards that let you steal from other
The
players.
shark and human ones basically let you steal from another player.
Boats let me
Ooh,
take a
that's
second
terrible.
turn. So I'm gonna take a second turn.
Yeah, and then we're not playing a whole game, so let me just show you my cards here. So here, I am collecting sets. So I'm collecting penguins, and if I can get 3 penguins, I would get 5 points. And
Which
I'll-
you can't, because I have a penguin.
and then this one here are octopuses, and if you get some octopuses, you get a lot of points.
Okay.
So the other cool thing about this game are the mermaids. The mermaids are giving you a point for basically a group of 1 color.
Your
So if I
highest.
have if I have 3 greens in my hand, then I would get 3 points for the mermaid.
Ooh.
And then there's another sort of end game trigger if you can get all 4 mermaids.
Oh wow, that's
You
insane.
it
It
automatically
ends.
I do really like the origami
Yes.
paper artwork.
Yeah.
I think that's the other
Very
highlight in the
cute.
game. So there is an expansion already, I think, coming soon.
Here's my adorable
Aw.
little
Yes. So you're trying to get certain
So
icons.
if you get 2 of the icon, that means 0 for 1, 5 for 2.
5 for 2.
Now
and then
this one is
3 points.
just a multiplier,
Yeah.
so you're not getting the 5 points for this, but this one makes this card worth 3 points.
Got it.
So you would need
So currently you have
these 2, which would be
5 points.
the set
5
for
points.
5, and then each of them would be 3. So
Woo, that's a lot of
So
points.
that's how you could get a lot of
Mhm.
points.
But there's not a lot of anchors in the deck.
Fair. That's fair.
So that's a quick overview of Seesaw and Paper, a quick little game. And there's different ways of people trying to end it
Yeah.
early, and then you're sort of counting up points and you can play another round.
This is deceptively simple, but there's a lot of strategy here.
yes.
So, yeah, check out Seesaw and Paper coming from Panasaurus.
Back to the table.
At the table, we've got another small box game that holds everything in one location, so we're doing good on that so far today. This is called Blind Business, I think, from DeVere.
Business?
Business.
Why did you have such trouble saying that?
It seemed like it should be Blind Business. It just
Okay.
looked like it from
All right.
all the
We're not
reasons
bidding,
going
though.
on. We could bid. No, we
We're
don't.
not bidding.
Tell us how we're playing, Sarah.
All right, in the game, Hanabi style, you will be holding your cards away from you so everybody else can see. And on your turn, you will look at everybody else's cards and you'll pick one that you would like to possibly
Do we
collect.
play one or something? I feel like
No.
I should have something on the table to add to. Not yet?
No.
Maybe
No,
not.
It's the
not
first
yet.
turn of the game.
Well, how do I know what I want?
I'm gonna ask for this one.
Okay.
And I will play it in front of me.
We're trying to build runs of numbers in different suits.
Yes.
To win the game instantly, you got to get 1 through 5, or not 1 through 5, 5 in a row of numbers. I think we're playing.
Of a suit.
Yeah, and we got like 1 through 10 in the deck,
1 through 12.
or 12.
So Will could choose to say that he didn't want me to take it, and then he gets to play it, and then I get to take a different card from his hand. Or,
But I gave it to her.
yeah, he let me take it, so now he's going to take one of mine, and I could say yes or no, but I'm going to say yes. Okay. And then we'll both draw up. So the other way
Now I
to
don't know what
score
I got.
points.
Doesn't really matter because
The other way to score points in the game is every suit that you have, you'll take your highest card and multiply it by the of that color, and you'll multiply it by how many of that color you have.
I want that one.
come on, table
Sure.
talk. Should I?
Sure.
Mistakes. Way to hose her. So now she can't get 8, 9, 10 because he just took the 8 of
yeah.
that suit.
Bum
It's
bum
okay.
bum.
But I guess
I'll
he can
take
get
this.
7 potentially.
Take that one.
Don't do it.
So I play it and give her this back.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that either. Oh,
But
you
does
gotta
it go
play.
on the
You gotta
table
play it
in
now.
front of
Yeah,
you?
yeah. She's
Yeah.
gonna keep it. Don't do it. You gotta give it to her.
That's fine. You can have it.
No, what? Send her up. Goodness.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
he said no to
He
my
got an
request.
11, which is a pretty good deal, but she just stacked 2 cards.
But now I
which
got
is
2
not
cards, so I'm
great.
getting close to a run. So so we would keep playing till the deck is gone,
Okay.
or somebody has a run of one of the colors. This is the family variant. So there's also a more difficult version where all of these cards have unique powers on them. So there's, I think, one for each suit has a unique power. So you would also play the powers on the cards when you game them.
Is there a question?
Corlu asks, so is this kind of like a competitive version of Hanabi?
Yes, it is.
It's really nothing like Hanabi other than there's a lot of things that are like Hanabi. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yes, it is a lot.
Competitive is a great addition to it because there's a lot going on, especially with these player powers that don't have anything to do with Hanabi. But yeah, you are starting to get numbers in a row for yourself.
Or
So I
try
guess-
and get, if you get a high card in a suit, I mean, getting a lot of even low cards will be a good multiplier. So
Which is nothing like Hanabi.
that is nothing like Hanabi.
But
But,
yes,
you
it is
are
a true
trying to
thing in the
gain
game.
sets of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The powers are pretty crazy. They let you do a lot of different things, and the multipliers and in-game scoring when you play the big people version, whatever we're calling it, is heavy. So I think this is a lot more complicated than Hanabi.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Hanabi is great, so if you're looking for a little more complication, that's not a bad thing at all. I think it's Jonah's pick.
I feel like I just picked, but it's fine.
I think you rejected
you
Sarah's
did.
pick.
You rejected my pick.
One of the things that we
I want
got to
this
do at Gen Con was do some pickups. We should talk about that for 10 seconds.
Yeah, we did.
Did anybody say they went to Gen Con?
Anybody in the chat go to Gen Con?
My phone's over there.
Did we see you? Did you say hi to us?
We said hi to a lot of people. Thank you for
Yes.
coming up and saying hi to us. We also did some fun stuff.
I'm gonna
Tell us about
say
your trade-up
no.
thing. That was a
Okay.
pretty cool adventure. Did you watch our trade-up video?
So you get one of
outta
my other
here.
cards.
You're gonna let her win?
This is the fastest I've ever.
I won yesterday, and it was fast.
Four? No.
It wasn't the first 5 cards that I drew though.
Oh, this is like magical.
Yeah, you're killing it over there. You're getting way too lucky. All right, tell us about your trade before we head back to the couch.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, there's a video on YouTube right now that you can go out and watch of our Gen Con trade up. So what we did is we started with a really small box game and we tried to trade our way to a big, bad, best thing we could at Gen Con. So we made a lot of trades along the way. If you go watch the video, you can see all of them. But it was really cool because we did end with a super popular game, one of the games that we
Right here on
played
the
and
show.
reviewed on our channel.
Made it on the show. Made it
That
home.
is super fun, which is Sagrada Artisans. So
What do you think about the people who said that? Yeah, JK, you don't know. What do you think about the people that said you should have stopped at My Father's Work? Have you played My Father's Work?
I played a prototype way back,
Yeah.
I think. There was some, well, I
We
thought
traded some good games.
Everdell Farshore was like, I might stop.
Fun. How
But
many?
we had
only
to keep going.
We got rejected by what, like 2 people? We did pretty
Maybe.
good. We showed up and we were like, hey, do you want to make this trade? If you do, we're gonna film it. And then like 2 people were like, nah, I didn't want that game. We were
Yep.
like, get out of here.
We did get rejected a few times, but overall we made it. It's a really fun video if you want to go watch it. It's over on YouTube on our channel.
It's super great.
That's one of the things we did at Gen
It'll make you
Con,
smile.
among others.
It's a good thing. All right, let's head back to the couch.
Hello, welcome back to the couch. We're talking about Gap. This is from Arcane Wonders, another small box game. It's a theme for today.
This is a card game all about numbers and colors. On your turn, you're going to take a card or multiple cards. What card can you take there, Melissa?
I want to explain a little bit because Dan has never played.
Nah, don't worry about it.
So on your turn, you have to play a card from your hand. If the card matches the number of a card or cards out there, you take the card you played and all of those cards with the matching number into your tableau. If it doesn't match,
This is not a 6, that's a 9. No, it's
it is a 6.
Aha.
So the other one's a 9.
Yeah.
Poor Kevin.
Sorry.
So I'm going to play
My bad.
something, or let's say this. There is no 8 here, but 8 is adjacent to 7 and 9. So I have to take either the 7 or the 9.
Okay.
And I keep the 8 as well. So I'm going to take the 8 and the 9. Another one flips out. What you're trying to do is get a lot of the same color.
Okay.
Because your highest color grouping is going to be positive points, and then your lowest color is going to be negative points.
Color, not number. Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm going to play a 1. There isn't a 1 out there, and there's not one on either side of it, so it actually stays out here, so I'm not collecting any cards this turn.
Yep.
But that means when Kevin picks a card, it will not be replaced, because there always has to be 4 cards out here.
Yep.
So that we don't
So
have to
Kevin, you played an 8 and took the 7.
Okay, so I could play the 5 to take the 5.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had played a 7, I would have taken both 7s.
Correct.
Okay.
And do we just play until our hand is empty?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And then you
Guys.
score the difference. Did they tell you that? That's the crazy one.
Yes.
Yes.
The lowest.
The largest minus the
All right.
lowest.
So I can play this 2 to get the 1.
Yep.
And if you have 2 sets that are the highest, you combine them.
So right now Melissa has 4 points. You have 2 points.
Okay.
So I'll do this to get 2 yellow, and that gives me 2 points. I don't want anything but yellow right now, but chances of staying that way are very slim.
Which is nice. The best part of the game is that last turn where you're like,
Yes.
yeah, keep it.
Messing everybody's turn up by
All
putting
right,
that 1
Tell
card.
people what you're doing so that because they
I played
can't
a 6
see
and
your
got a s-
cards. They can't see your cards. Kevin.
Yeah, I'll put my cards up there.
Slide above.
There you go.
All right, so I'll play a 3 so that I can take the 2.
Yep.
And that means, so you only have 1. If you can get 2 more purples and keep them even, that's really, I have seen people
Or get lots
have
more reds.
4 or 5 colors that they've kept even, and then that final turn, they have to take something, and it messes everything up.
I am playing a card.
This is not a game. We're just
I'm
playing
gonna do the 2 and take the 1. Now I'm not in good points. So it'd be like 3 minus 1.
Okay.
And this stack wouldn't do anything because it's not highest or lowest.
I'll just keep taking more.
And I'm playing a 0 to take the 1.
And the cards do show what they're next to on them.
Yes. Cause a 0 wraps to 9.
Yes.
I think.
I guess I'll play the 3 to take the 2.
Melissa.
Okay. Wow. Dumb colors out here, guys.
And you're gonna play all the cards in your hand. And just keep going.
I'll
How
take
many rounds
the
do you play?
7s.
All the cards in your hand.
Well, and then there's a point value that you play too. So you play multiple rounds till you hit an agreed upon point value.
Gotcha.
Oh nope, I played a 3.
Oh, you have to.
Woo!
So if there were
I'm
like
gonna
2
play a
3s
0.
out there, he would have to take all of them.
Okay.
You guys know what I have in my hand now.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't take the 4 with my 3 because there is a 3 out there.
You guys are giving me terrible options.
That is the idea.
I'll take a 6 with a
No,
6.
no, Kevin. There's still 4 out
Oh,
there,
thank
so we
you.
don't have to
That's right,
replace
Melissa.
it all. We only have to wait till
All
4.
right, so I can take the 4.
Nope.
Oh no, the 3.
You did a Kevin.
I did a Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to. That gives
Play
me
a
that
card,
one. Fine. Fine. I really wanted that 4.
All right.
I think that's what I
Oh,
want.
well, this has to flip
out.
first.
Now you're good.
No!
What do you have to take?
All right, last card.
I have
Melissa,
to take the
1.
ones.
Hannah, what are you taking?
I can't take anything.
I also can't take anything because the 2 doesn't match anything. What are you taking?
I have a 4, so I have to take the 4.
You do.
Oh, but that works really well for you.
Yes.
All right, so Kevin, quickly do the scores.
So I have 3 as my highest minus 1 because these don't count because they're not the highest or the lowest. So I have 2 points.
Okay.
You have 8 minus 2, so you have 6 points.
Okay.
I have 4 minus 2, which is
2 points.
2 points.
I have 3 pairs, so that's 6 points minus 2, so I have 4 points.
There you go.
So I won.
You won. Good job,
Yes, great
Champion.
game.
And you
Okay.
play multiple rounds.
you played like 20 points or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
that's Gap from Arcane Wonders. Back
Are
to
we
the table.
also talking
Oh,
about...
sorry. Real quick, back to us.
Yes, we're so good.
Wait, we have 2 to talk about.
Real quick, we wanted to mention Cosmos Games has their Exit line. They have a new exit called The Disappearance of Sherlock Holmes. Hannah, Melissa, and I played this just a couple weeks ago and had a great time. This is level 3 out of 5. I would say maybe 2.5.
I will say I enjoyed the story and the whole Sherlock thing. There was one physical puzzle that just didn't really work for us.
Yes.
The one with the drawers.
Oh,
I've heard
Yeah.
other people online say that it didn't really work for them. So I don't know if it's just hard to figure, we knew what we needed to do, but we couldn't see what we were supposed to see.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's us
User.
problem or potentially it wasn't quite
Yeah.
manufactured exactly right.
But innovative, they always do really cool things with it. You are sort of destroying the game, so you can't really pass this game on like you can other escape room style games. But
The best
still,
part of it.
but
Cutting things, folding things.
Absolutely the best part.
still really enjoyable, and like Melissa said, I enjoyed the theme Sherlock Holmes.
Absolutely.
That is Exit from Cosmos. Now we can go back to the table.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are about to play Smart 4. So this is it's a 3D strategy AI board where you basically are playing Connect 4 with some different rules. So basically, it's either plays 2 players head to head, or you can play against the AI, against the computer in the board. There's 3 different, actually, even game modes for the computer. Well, not game modes, but difficulty levels. There's like easy, medium, and hard. I may or may not have been losing on easy. So I didn't even try medium
I
or
have
hard
hope
because
to
I was
beat
getting
you now.
beat. I was getting beat. Okay, but basically it's Connect 4 except for the fact that you can get 4 of your color in a row, horizontal, vertical, diagonal. You can get 4 stacked on top of each other, 4 high, or you can do like first level, second level, third level, fourth level as we go. So to play the game, it's actually super easy. We're gonna turn this guy on. We're gonna tell him we're playing 2 players, and you're up first.
Okay.
Don't get beat.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
You have to click it. There we go.
Interesting. I like the click.
Yeah, you gotta click. You gotta click. We'll see if you're gonna win, but probably I'm not gonna allow that to happen. Bum bum bum. I thought that playing against the computer was gonna be a little easier than it was, and I'm telling you, they're good.
Yeah.
Your
So-
shirt is very appropriate for this game.
I think, therefore I win. Yep, there we go. So it says it has an intelligent bot, and it actually won like the Red Dot Award, which is like a very prestigious, innovative. It's like a design award for technology. So this thing actually won it. I was impressed. I was impressed by it. So we'll keep moving here and
I don't know
see
what I'm doing. I'm just
what's
putting them down.
happening. That's fine. Just 4 in a row. Connect 4.
Yep. Got it.
She got me.
I did. Now I see how you lost that easy. I got 4 in a row on the bottom.
Yep, sure did. Is a lot to look at. That's all.
We're
Anyway,
also talking on camera,
Yep.
so we're only half paying attention.
so
to
then
the
it lets
game.
you know who won. As you can see, playing against the computer is actually pretty cool too, because
Oh, interesting. So it does keep track of who has played on what level too.
yeah. So if you
By
keep
how many
track,
times it's been
so if you
clicked.
play against the computer, like it's this is the
I would
player.
go first.
You're the player, exactly. Then it'll tell you what row, and it'll light up that specific color for where the computer wants to play.
Oh, very cool.
But I put them on medium, so you're about
Oh,
to lose.
so I'm gonna lose. I don't know what the computer strategy currently is.
To win.
To win? Okay. Yeah, knew it.
Oh, you lost to the computer.
I did?
Yeah, because 4 is on
Oh.
either side.
Yep, you're right. Yes.
And
I
there
already
it is.
lost.
I told you I was getting beat by the computer a lot. Anyway, that is Smart 4. It's a red dot winner. I think you can buy it online. I think it retails somewhere around.
It's currently on sale on their website. $7
Okay, cool.
off.
I think it retails somewhere around $60.
I checked out their website.
And that's from the company called Geiger. So that is Smart 4. We've had a fun time playing it. Actually, my son really enjoys it. He's been playing for a while, actually. We've had it kind of at our house for a good amount of time, and he's been playing. I haven't played against him because he was beating my wife. So I just gotta have to let those losses go. So anyway, that is Smart 4. Now we're heading back to the couch.
Before we talk about the main game that's on the table, I wanted to mention this is our 3rd month talking about the Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition expansions. This is Foundations. We've already talked about the other 2, so check out the other Saturday morning board game shows to check out those. This one, Foundations, adds 2 more players to the game, so you now can play up to 6 players. It adds new in-set player boards. Hint, hint, Jonah.
Woo!
Nice. Out here.
Well,
Nice.
2 new boards
2 new
for
boards.
the
Yeah.
2 new players.
And then there's a new track, an infrastructure track. You know, you have the temperature track and the oxygen track and all that. Well, this one adds an infrastructure track. Sort of the same idea. You're moving up the track to complete. You'll get benefits along the way and things like that. But one of the more simpler of the 3 expansions, but fun because you can play with more players. So that's Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition, Foundations. Now on to Romi.
So yes, Romi, back to our little small box card games. This is from Randolph, and it's distributed in the U.S. by Hachette. But this is kind of a rummy-ish game. Kevin already took his first turn before we came over here. But basically, on your turn, you can take up to 3 cards, but they have to have a similar attribute. So you could take the 3 cherries, or you could take the 2 2s, or the 2 5s. Dan's going to take his turn, and then we'll talk about why you might want certain cards in your hand. These will flip over. Dan, is there a contract that you would like to complete?
No.
All right.
All right.
But you are, well, Melissa's thinking, you are trying to complete contracts, and they all have certain goals that you're trying to complete. So this one wants 2 5s, and then a run of basically...
4 cards.
A run of 4.
Run of 4. This
And the
one's-
cards go from 1 to 5.
If it doesn't have that little arrow in it, that means that you're trying to get 4 of the same number.
Do it from the top. Anyway, sorry. And like your hands in the covering it. All right, I'm gonna take the 3 5s.
All right. Are you fulfilling anything?
I am currently not fulfilling anything.
So in something like a run, does it have to match the
Nope.
symbol there?
No.
All right.
You just get extra points if it matches the symbol.
So
Anna's
I
got-
have 4 2s, and 2 of them happen to be hearts.
Nice. So you're gonna take that.
Fulfilling this
And you're
heart
gonna
contract.
flip the 2 hearts face down.
You get to keep the hearts as extra points,
Okay, and then this just goes face up in front of me.
and then this goes to a
And then
discard
new
pile.
contract comes out, and it's my turn. So I can
Each of us have this joker tile that you can add
I'm
to
gonna
help
take
fulfill.
all 3 3s
Mhm.
here. Now I'm gonna complete this one,
Mhm.
which is 3 3s and 3 3s.
Nice.
Nice.
But you have how many cherries?
I only have 2 cherries
Okay.
out of that, but you know I
And
have
you're
all-
not in shot at all.
I'm not. I'm right here. I
No,
got it.
I mean on the table. People can't see what's happening.
Too bad.
Okay.
And now we get a new contract out. So basically, I keep those for endgame points. I'll get 4 points for the crowns, and then I'll get points for my cherries.
What does this part mean?
So at the end of the game, we're gonna check every person's contracts, and the person who has the most contracts with diamonds is gonna get 3 extra points. The most contracts with 3 of a kind for
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
also at the end of my turn, I didn't have 3 cards, so I
Yeah.
draw.
Oh,
back
so I
up.
don't have
Oh,
3
nice.
cards.
you draw back
That's
up
to 3.
to 3 if you.
So that's really nice. We always at least gonna have 3 cards in our hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the single 4.
Mhm.
So now I have 2 4s and 2 2s. So I can take this,
And keep the diamonds.
and I get the 2 diamonds.
This is discarded.
So this was just first player, I'm assuming, Melissa.
Yes.
And then tell us a little bit about the wild.
So
token.
you have a Joker Wild token that you can add to a set to make a contract, but if you don't use it, it'll be worth 1 point at the end of the game.
Okay. So that's
Alright.
that's.
And how many rounds do we go?
Until someone has 6 contracts.
Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
All right, I am possibly.
I know we don't have to continue playing.
she's
for it,
she's
Melissa.
got an epic turn and she wants to show
Okay,
us.
go for it,
All
Melissa.
right.
Did you take cards first?
I'm taking the 2 5s. Nope, I'm gonna take the 5, the 3, and the 1.
There's also another. Oh, you can only take 3
You
cards.
can only take up
Yeah.
to 3, and then I'm gonna play the 4 5s for that one and
Nice.
keep 2 of them because 2 are clovers.
I love how serious you take it even when we're teaching it. Or
I
we're
know.
showing it off.
We're now
It's
playing the whole game,
fantastic.
Melissa.
She takes everything.
But you know,
It's
new
wonderful.
contracts come out, and then at the end of the game, you're gonna score extra points, and then whoever has the most points wins. So
Yeah, there is a hand limit of 10 cards, so you can't like just keep taking and taking and taking.
yeah, quick little game.
Yeah, that is Romi. If you like traditional card games and Romi, it does something interesting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Are we going back to the table?
Yes, we're ready.
Table.
Hello, hello. We've got the game Savage, a game of survival, out on the table. We had somebody hand this off to us at Origins and said, hey, check this out. We'd love for you guys to play this on the show. So we busted it out on the table. This is a trader hidden mechanic type of game. It actually needs 4 players. So if somebody wants to come over, they can. But we're not going to play a full game anyway. It's all right. In the game, you do have your identity roles that you take at the beginning of the game. This shows what you're going to be for the game. Don't look at anybody. You're either going to be a good guy or a traitor. I don't remember what good guys are called. Hint, hint. You're going to be a survivor or a traitor.
Sure will.
I'm just trying
We
to
don't
cover
believe
my
you.
bases.
We don't
And
believe
in the game, you start with whoever is the least trustworthy person at the table.
Will?
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Will,
No,
no.
audience
Get
at
outta
home.
here.
Is it Will or is it Jonah?
It's
Let us
definitely
know.
Will.
Get
Come
outta
on.
here.
All right, I'll be happy to start. In the game, if you were on the good guys team, we are going to be trying to survive and eat basically at the end of the round. So we got to have enough food in the stash for everybody to be able to eat. Otherwise, we're going to lose health at the end of the round. So the first thing you do on your turn is you play any food cards that you want to in front of you, one at a time, so everybody can kind of see how shifty you are. So I'm playing 1, you're playing 1. Whoever plays the most food
You can play
is going to
more
be
than
the
one.
leader going
Okay.
into this next part of the round. You don't have. You can play other stuff besides food. If you play anything,
I think anything besides food. No, liquor. If you play liquor, it goes against our food count. So if you're the trader, Jonah, and you want to swap that card out for some liquor, you just toss that liquor in there and it'll hurt our food count. There we go. At the end of the round. Otherwise, whoever plays the most food is going to be the leader for the next round. We all play the same amount, so I'll keep my leadership status. Thank you all. Alright, then we reveal an event. And I think these guys get set aside so that we don't
Shuffled,
forget.
so we don't know.
Yeah, who tried to murder us. Then we reveal an event card. We've got bandits. Alright, so we're trying to survive. Bribe the enemy to avoid confrontation. The leader must choose, and this is going to be based on our 4 to 7 player count, so 3 people. I must choose 3 recruits to contribute 1 liquor each, so that we can convince them not to murder us or whatever the fail
for
thing
sure
is.
want to choose me, Will.
You got some liquors? You want to be on my team?
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody else want to convince me of your liquor
I can do that.
contributions? If you contribute anything besides liquor, we could fail the mission. We got to get at least 3. Or I think it's actually 4. What it probably says down here. After shuffling the food stockpile, the leader secretly looks at all the cards. Oh, that's my bonus. Contribute 1 liquor each. So we only got to do 1 each.
I'm willing to help the crew.
All you guys?
Yeah.
All right. The first thing we do is we vote on this party. So I don't really trust one of you guys because I know I'm a good guy. But let's see if we can get 3 liquors.
It's always Will.
Right. All in
always
favor
Will.
of this party going into these 3 people contributing.
Oh, you're not.
I'm not in.
Who are the 3? Yeah, I'll let you 3
We're
people.
in.
We're in.
1, 2, 3, vote. All right, all in favor, good. If not, it would have been to Dan, and he would get to decide who's going. Everybody contributes 3 cards.
Or 1 card.
1 card. See if we can get 3.
Wah, ha, 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 ha,
I'm
ha,
not feeling good because I know I'm a good guy. 1 liquor, 2 liquor, 3 liquor. Look at you guys. All right, so as a result, I can shuffle.
Obviously, Will's the not trustworthy.
I can shuffle the food. Well, I would have done it too. After that, I can shuffle the food and secretly look at all the cards, and I can place up to 2 beneath the main deck. Well, I think I need all these. I'm gonna place 1 of these under the deck. Traitors. And then it's not gonna be enough. So then
I'm confused.
I reveal.
I'm not that confused. I just think Will's just setting us up.
I reveal how much food we got for the round, and we only got 3. Somebody didn't put a 4th one in it. I could have been lying.
Put 1 under?
Well, as the leader, I can choose to.
You can
Made
choose.
slaves.
So instead
I
of getting a
could've stuck the
penalty
food under there.
for putting something out.
But I would never do that because I'm definitely a good guy. And then 1 person has to lose a heart as a result of not getting any food, Jonah.
What?
So 1 of your hearts goes back in the
So
box.
you just get to choose, huh?
Yeah, and then
I'm dying.
we draw some cards back up and we play it all again. The thing is, there's like lots of power shifts in, like, I don't have to play food, so I could throw some weapons in here just so that I become the leader for the next round. When we reveal those cards at the end of the round, like, some of them will be garbage. As long as it's not liquor, it doesn't hurt our total.
Gotcha.
Could negate. And so you want to be able to toss some cards in there to become the leader, to get everybody on your team. All these events are very different, so you might get one that's like, you have to put in weapons or
We're
something.
surrounded. We
Yeah,
have
so you
to
got to contribute a weapon.
weapons.
Or you might have traps, or you might have other things. There's a lot of different things in the deck that allow you
medicine.
to.
That's
And
convenient.
I'm the good guy. What do you mean? That's not convenient. That's evidence of me being good. I threw the liquor
I don't know.
away
I don't know.
instead of hurting us more. I
That's
would have only
kinda
been able to feed
suspicious,
2
Will.
people.
Sus.
Son, that's the opposite.
Happy
People
kids.
don't even know how to play this game. I can tell.
So, should we just flip over your identity?
We should. Jonah.
Oh.
It was
Knew
me.
it. Knew it.
It was me. I put the liquor in the food supply.
Ah, I'm trying to save us all. Oh, good time. So the game plays over, I think, 5 rounds. You have to survive till the end. Everybody has to survive till the end. If one survivor dies, all the survivors lose. If the traitor doesn't die at the end, he wins. There's different traitor counts based on your player counts. And I have to
Plays up
say,
to 10?
Plays
yeah,
up to
it
10.
plays a bunch of people.
That's savage.
It has very
Yes.
much that like resistance feel to it, but I think it actually does kind of fix a couple of things that are in the resistance that I didn't like. So kudos on making a better version of resistance.
Will's always sus.
Yeah.
Always.
I am always
Always.
sus, but I'm not
Really
I'm the
always
bad
sus.
guy.
But really, it's always
Suspicious.
Jonas.
It's me a lot, but yeah, they're randomly dealt. But I do feel like I'm randomly chosen a lot.
Randomly. All right, let's head back over to the couch.
Hey, welcome back. We are looking at a new Smash Up expansion, and they're called expansions, but really each one is a standalone that you can play by yourself with 2 players. But it plays with all the other Smash Up content. This one is excellent movies, dudes. So it's all 80s movies.
Oh, fantastic.
Themed. So you may recognize the Wraith Rustlers. The back timers, the extramorphs,
Okay.
and the
Alien.
action heroes. Yeah. So it's Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Alien, and all sorts of action movies.
Yes.
So each one kind of plays differently. There's a few new rules to play with. The extramorphs like to play cards off the top of their deck.
Okay.
And they like to use their actions, like the egg field and head grabber, to take other people's minions,
Of course.
and then turn them into their own. And they'll replace it with one of their own cards off the top of their deck. So you just keep playing off the top of your deck till you find a card of the power that you're allowed to play.
Okay.
And then you play it. The Wraith Rustlers like to put Wraiths. So some of their actions, like Slimy here, have the Wraith subtext.
Slimer.
Or clue word, whatever, keyword. And they'll place those on bases, and all of their Wraiths make the bases harder.
Okay.
I think they all make them harder by 3 to bust, but they also give a little power. And then later they'll destroy those actions to make the base easier to fight, and also maybe give a power or an action or something as well. So they're all about making bases harder and then coming in later and destroying those. The time travelers, the back timers, sorry, it's confusing because you've got Ghostbusters and then there's ghosts. You've got the Back to the Future back timers, and there's time travelers, which is another set. You've got extramorphs and you've got aliens from a previous set. I don't think there's one for action heroes. Maybe like superheroes. There's a superheroes one. There's a mythic Greeks. I don't know what you'd pair with them. I'd like to pair them together, the thematic ones. I haven't done it yet. The back timers have a new rule called stasis. So they have their deck, their discard, their hand, but they also can play things into stasis and put stasis counters on them. And each turn, everything that is in stasis loses a stasis counter. If they run out of stasis counters, you can play them as an extra card. So they play around with that mechanic a lot. So you're setting stuff aside to play all at once later.
Okay.
And you're trying to work on the timing with the stasis there.
Absolutely.
And then the action heroes are all about lone wolfing the bases. They want to be the only minion there.
That
And
sounds right.
if they manage to be the only minion there, or if you have single minions with your action cards, you usually get a benefit. And then a new rule, which some of them play with, I think the action heroes play with it a lot, but some of the other ones do as well, is storing a card. You can store a card under another card, and then when that top card fulfills some sort of criteria, that stored card usually gets to be played. So that's another way, a little different from stasis. And it looks like it's a lot of fun. Haven't gotten it to the table yet, but looking forward to mixing it up with the previous sets and seeing how it all plays. So that is Smash Up, Excellent Movies Dudes.
And
I think
we're gonna do a
to talk
live
about,
switcheroo
oh yeah,
here.
we're going to
We're just gonna
switch
move
this
things
couch
around
now and talk about Decrypto.
Freaking.
Yeah, so we've actually never played or covered Decrypto on our channel, but it's been out for 5 years. And Melissa's bringing it over. But this is actually the 5th anniversary edition. And the cool thing about this game is if you already have Decrypto and you like Decrypto, this brings, I think, 400 new cards.
We played this where Kevin and I were on a team versus Melissa and her brother and her mom.
Yep.
And we kind of crushed them.
Yep, that's pretty good.
And it was really fun.
So this is team versus team game. So if you like those sort of party games where it's like, team versus team, like
Yeah.
Codenames idea.
Yeah,
this
definitely
is
like Codenames.
Definitely up your alley. What you're trying to do is give hints to your teammate that aren't too clear to give information to the other team because you're trying to decrypt.
All right, we need to create teams.
Do you already have these cards yet?
I need cards.
Okay.
I didn't want to accidentally look.
Oh, Melissa, you
at
want to look?
Oh,
Okay.
The other
she's taking
team.
it seriously. I love it.
All right. So you're gonna take these cool, what are these? This is special,
It's the red and blue has a name for it.
yeah, it's a special,
Red and blue.
The red and blue. The red and blue
You know,
super secret spy.
the
thing.
super secret spy thing. So when you put it under a red film, it becomes a,
All
you can
right,
see the
I'm
word.
gonna
Got it.
do it so you guys aren't looking at the camera, right?
Nope, we're
No,
not gonna look
I'm
at
gonna
that.
put the
So
camera
I'll
down.
try to do it so people can see ours, and I'll have to pass it back to my team so you can actually see what the words are.
Some of these I think we've played.
Oh, kind of go in the.
When's the last time
back in
you
the middle.
played Decrypto?
I've never played Decrypto.
I've never played.
I've never played Decrypto.
So
What?
we have
Decrypto's
a
such a good
giant Decrypto
All right,
that.
I'm coming in closer.
All right. Yep.
Slide over.
You know to play?
No.
Kevin kind of
I only
explained.
have
Okay, so
three
here's what's gonna happen.
places for
You
words.
have 4 secret words on
Yep.
your side, and
Got it. I remember
you're gonna
this.
get a card that has numbers on it, like 1, 2, 3, 4,
And you going
or
first?
4,
Yep.
3, 2, 1,
Okay, here's
or
your code.
2, 3, 4, 1, or whatever. And
Well,
then
here
you're
you
gonna
go.
know your numbers, and what you have to
No,
do is write down
you're
clues
I know.
black
Show
and
me.
white.
So
to
you
get
can
your teammates to guess the secret code 4, 3, 2, 1. They don't know the
I'm
they know the
trying.
words, but they don't know the numbers. You know the numbers.
I don't think that.
So you need your team
see
to
them on
guess 4, 3, 2, 1, or whatever is on your card. So you have to write down clues that get them to say, well, this one is. That's the first clue's got to be 4. The second clue's got to be 2. That sort of thing.
I'll
But
look at
the key to this
screen.
game is your clues that you write down are heard aloud by everyone. If we guess your secret code, we win. So you need to make the clues good enough so your team knows your code, but bad enough so we get confused. That make sense?
Kind of.
Well,
Like
do
it
you,
was
do you
like-
want to go first?
You gotta play around. Just to
I'm good.
understand.
I am
It's
ready.
pretty good.
All right,
the teams?
Jonah,
1, 2, 3.
you want to
Oh,
be
I'm
the
just, I'm
first?
just
the
doing something I
observer.
should not.
What team you gonna be on?
No, so these
You
are,
can't
I'll guess
see
for
the
both.
card
I'll
that's
see if you're
So I can
Because
see
these
it
are
now,
our
but
words.
not what you're holding.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a 3-digit clue in
Okay.
my hand, and I'm gonna write down some clues to get
Yep.
you guys to guess these 3 digits. And
Yeah,
is
well-
there time? We do it at the same time.
You do it
We
Hannah's
do it at
already
the
done
same
it.
I'm
time.
done.
Oh,
I'm
you're
ready.
already done. There's time, Hannah,
I'm ready.
because if
Wait.
you finish first, you can flip
Well,
it.
we
No,
won't do
don't
the,
worry about
the,
it.
Yeah.
the first time.
For the first time,
That's
I'm
half
ready.
the
So
game.
Jonah
And
has.
you can do like humming, and you can what are the clue categories? You can do a bunch of stuff.
It can be long words, like you can do like the whole
Right.
phrase. It doesn't
Hyphenated,
have
but
to
not.
be.
Yep.
So Jonah's looking at
So while
numbers.
Jonah's thinking, Hannah will say our clues out loud.
Okay, so rabbit, meat, animal.
Woo! Okay, are you cool with rabbit?
So then we
So I won't
want
put-
to write down
you cool
rabbit,
with rabbit
meat, and
on this
animal
one?
because all we're
Okay.
trying to do is get the clues.
Animal.
Up here.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's rabbit, then meat, then animal.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Which one's meat? This.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the
And
last one's
Jonah's
this.
gonna get clues
Okay.
for us.
And we did.
The
Is it
first
only
round,
3?
the
It's
first
only 3.
round, we don't guess each other's
'cause-
because we don't have enough information.
Yeah,
yeah.
But their team is going to try to order theirs,
Yeah.
and our team is going to try to
I like it.
order
Good for
ours. You get miscommunication tokens if you're wrong. If you get 2 of those tokens, you lose the game.
I like that one clue. One of those is a good clue.
One of them?
I mean, all 3
One
were,
of 3
all
is
3
a
were
good
Are there
fine,
any
Okay.
but
rule
one
changes
definitely helped
with
eliminate.
with this version?
There's no
No.
rule changes. No, same game. I haven't looked at my numbers yet.
Okay, we're
Did you guess correctly?
We
We
did guess
guessed correctly.
Yes.
We
So
did? Okay.
normally we would do this, and you have to give us the numbers as well.
They guessed 2, 4, 3, and guessed correctly.
Okay.
So we
Are
would
showing
write
our
that
home
on.
audience anything? They probably can't see.
Okay,
the
you guys,
red
you guys need something for your to write on.
Can they see you guys's? Can you read that at home?
I got one. Actually, no. Let me.
Probably-
So
Who's like
normally
easier?
we've been talking. Normally
Who's
all
on
of
my
this,
team? Just you two.
Yeah, just this.
Okay.
I didn't really guess any of them. I'm both teams.
Okay.
but you can't see the.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't
do
say
that.
nothing
word.
out
That
loud.
would make it a little harder.
Hold on, I gotta look at my.
All right. So normally this would happen simultaneously, but we were talking and stuff, so Jonah didn't have the time to do it.
It's hard to see those words on.
I just
Yeah.
got one left. Sorry. I'm trying to not make it super obvious.
And both teams have different words, right? The 4
Yes.
are different. Okay.
You mean how mine are similar yet not?
Yours are gonna be easy.
Okay.
Unless Kevin gets some
Go
crazy.
ahead.
And I'm guessing yours for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
What about
So, and this is why normally you work with the timer,
I
but we're
tried
not
to tell
doing
you
the
guys
timer
that.
this round because we weren't in
Um,
sync.
I want to make a Backstreet Boys joke, but
All sorts of things going on here.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, so I'm gonna turn this a little bit so we can see these words.
I did so good on that camera.
Sorry.
Okay.
Dun,
Are you ready to write, Kevin?
I'm writing. I'm starting to write my next ones.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say my clues.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Okay,
Go.
clue number 1.
Yep.
Kanye's daughter.
I put that here.
Kanye's daughter.
Clue number 2. Always makes me cry.
Jonah's being really
Okay.
Clue number 3. He always could.
All right, so.
He always could.
He always could.
Okay.
All right,
I didn't
so
see their answers.
we're gonna
The little
look at
engine.
this.
Who always could? What are we talking about?
And I'm assuming we can't include words that are part of our
Correct.
word. I think that's a.
All right. Our guess is 2, 1, 3.
And that is correct.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
All right. 2
Two,
and 3. 2
one,
1 3.
three.
Clues.
Yeah.
And then we can record that information down here to help us in future ones.
Okay, so this is probably a key point for me. What are we trying to figure out on their side?
You're gonna try and guess the
So-
numbers.
We want to
the
guess.
numbers?
We want to guess their numbers. So here's what's gonna happen. Kevin's gonna give.
Yep.
Kevin's
Oh,
got
so
3
from
numbers,
round to
and
round.
they're different numbers.
So yours
Different.
was 2, 4, 3.
Correct.
But we know that she gave clues rabbit, meat, and animal, and their correct numbers were 2, 4, 3. So
Okay.
now Kevin's gonna give clues.
He's gonna try to be as totally different as possible.
He's gonna try, but he's not gonna do very well. So what is gonna happen is he's gonna give us another meat or something, and we're gonna realize, well, then
Okay.
that's obviously 4. Whatever
Those are
they
my.
say
Those are my
about
clues.
food,
Okay.
meat, whatever
These
is
are my new
4.
clues.
Okay.
Confused if you want to, but it's not gonna work.
All right.
No, it's
Got it? Got
Okay.
it?
All right, I
That's what's
am
gonna happen.
doing
All we wanna do
some.
is guess their numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's
What
really
is
helpful
that
if
one?
you like
That
think
or
of
is it-
Yeah.
Like a
alternate
track.
clues to what other clues were given. You don't want to, if the word is cowboy.
What are you guys doing? Which one are you doing for this one?
That's
Yeah.
it. That is it.
That's
Words.
3?
They're gonna
Okay.
figure it out
Which
that
one's this
easy.
one?
Anytime
Do
there's
you see
anything
that
in the
word?
Western
Which one's this
world,
one?
it's
That's not what I
wrong.
thought was.
But here's
Think
the
of
Yeah,
it.
thing.
read the word.
And then I think you get extra
So-
points
so-
even if at the end of the game you can say 1 is
Yeah,
okay.
but they both.
We like
They
to
both
find
are.
words now.
They both.
Yeah.
Which one are you guys
Are you
doing?
allowed to repeat your clues?
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Let's just go with it.
All right. So which one's this one?
But that would be
Okay, which one's
obvious,
this one?
and it would help them.
Okay. All right. So you guys ready for our words?
Give me one more
Oh,
second.
but they'll still know it's right, so they are still putting things together.
But technically we get to guess first maybe.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like that first clue actually wasn't. Jonah's right. That first clue wasn't good.
That's why I asked about what the clues be, because I think there's like a whole section.
See,
on,
I
like,
thought
you
they
can
had to
write
be one
humming.
word.
No, they don't
No,
have to be one
sentences,
word.
You can hum, you have to do all that stuff, or else they're gonna figure it out. 1 word clues, stop it. If you
But
get
I'm
2 1 word
also-
clues to the same word on there, I'm gonna figure
We're
it out.
also like three minutes over, and we want the audience to guess.
Oh,
right.
and
Right.
guess it at
Okay.
home.
So
Okay, audience.
I'm not playing. I'm not Melissa. I'm playing a game that people can enjoy.
Okay.
All right. Here you guys. You ready to write? I'm gonna tell you my words.
All right, I still have a clue to do.
Pill. Coins. Basket.
So if it's me, this and this, it's 2, right? Because the word's probably.
They don't know if it's correct or not.
I have no clue what.
We don't know what your words are.
Okay.
We can't see
We
their
don't give them
words.
the numbers.
Reminder that they have 4, and we haven't seen a 1
Yeah.
yet at all.
Are we
right?
scoring points for getting the answers right? What if we get an answer wrong?
Then we get a miscommunication token.
Is that like points or what?
Basically, it's sudden death. Either you guess their thing correctly twice, or a team misses twice.
I don't know.
Because I feel like if we guess one
Take a
wrong
guess.
on
I
purpose,
don't know.
just to throw them off, it could be worth it.
We get.
We will find out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
guess first. Is it 1, 2, 3? And they're gonna say nope, and then they get to go.
Okay.
It's 2, 3, 4.
Did you guys do your third word yet?
Melissa's turn.
She's trying.
She's
All
trying to
right.
be Sneaky.
Ours are.
What are yours?
Just kidding.
Quickly. This is the last
oh,
round.
Fine.
The last we have to guess it in this
Camera,
round.
fire, America.
Camera, fire, America.
God.
All right. Are any of those?
And we're
Yeah.
What is this?
Okay, so you think this is 2? Okay.
Why do you think that?
Do you know the answer to that?
Maybe not. I don't
Okay.
know. Okay.
I'll let you write what you all want to do for that.
Yeah.
Always makes me cry.
Yeah.
You think it's this one?
Yeah, I know. That is very correct.
Do you think that's 1? You think that's 1?
I don't have enough off of that. Any of that.
Always make me cry.
Okay. Do we want
Are
to
you
take a
guessing these
guess?
at home?
Mhm.
Do you have any idea?
I know this is riveting video for you all,
Yeah.
but if you can see our words, you can guess.
Which one?
It's always
This
what?
one and this
You
one.
always could.
Possibly, right?
You always could.
Sorry, I didn't write it. I was writing fast.
Yes, I know. It's
Sure.
fine.
Let's try 4 or not try 4 down here.
Possibly. We haven't seen that. So we either go 1,
You want to try 4?
Watch
Just for
this
fun.
Yeah.
We don't know. We have no clue.
It's fine.
1 or 3.
All right, we're.
What do you want? 1?
All right,
Sure. I'm like, that could be vet.
we're gonna
But
guess
I don't
yours.
Okay.
Okay.
4, 1, 2.
That is not correct.
Okay, what'd you guys guess?
We're gonna guess yours.
Oh, well, you have to
Oh.
know if you all got. Yes,
we
yours
guessed-
were correct.
We guessed 4, 3, 2.
But on the other side. No.
You guys guessed 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
And were you guys correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
And we get to know that
Ooh.
information.
Ooh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. And now, what'd you guys guess for ours?
Do we want to switch it?
I'm fine just going with what we have.
Okay. 1, 4, 2. What was it?
It was
What was
3,
it?
2, 4, and they guessed it correctly.
Okay.
3, 2, 4. We didn't get any of those.
Okay.
Okay.
So at this point, no tokens are exchanged because the
team-
teams got theirs correctly and no team intercepted
But if,
it.
if we had intercepted theirs, then we would have gotten one of their tokens, and we're basically trying to get 3 of their tokens.
2, I think.
2. Oh, 2.
We were very close.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we
we,
did.
One off.
Yeah, it was,
we
we weren't
would
too bad
keep
on that one.
going. We haven't gotten a
Just
lot
trying to
of
guess.
information yet, but eventually you can even try to guess the other teams. Where it's
Yeah.
once you've done several rounds and you have multiple clues for those,
What
because
if
it's
we-
the same words for the whole game.
What if we tell the audience like what our 2 words were for it, and see if they can guess what they are? Like they're making guesses now.
Okay.
Meat pill could be mouth.
Oh,
but
okay.
Meat and pill don't actually go together.
Do you
But
want
if
to
we give you the 2 clues that do go together?
No, you have to do it's animal and pill go together,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Animal
That's what
and
we're
pill.
Saying they were guessing at home.
Sure.
We need to let them know. What
Animal and pill go together.
So on your
You can guess
sheet,
that. Come on, what
you
you got?
can keep track of what the things were.
Let the people at home guess, Dan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. Good job.
We were getting there.
All right. The other one was animal.
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Rabbit coins.
Rabbit and coins.
Rabbit and coins.
What do you got, Dan?
I got nothing on that one.
Jonah.
No, I don't know.
Melissa.
Rabbit and coins.
Oh.
Magician.
Yeah.
so,
And the last one was
Meat,
and basket.
I mean, we were going far on that one. You were trying to
Butcher?
go for a while.
That's close.
Getting close.
We're getting close.
More generic.
Don't know.
Grocery store.
groceries.
We had a grocery store was.
What was
Yeah.
were you guys
Wide
thinking?
range.
There
Were
were
you
so
thinking
many
basket for
options.
adventure,
I think
maybe?
I did.
Is that what you guys were
Well,
thinking?
well, I was wondering if
No.
basket, like a rabbit and
We were
basket
already
in the
on
basket, like you pull it out of the hat.
Melissa had that.
But
I was also
Yeah.
like, is it like Little Red Riding Hood going on an adventure?
right.
I don't know
And
why.
I was
Alright.
thinking coins. You pay for coins on your adventure.
That I was
Oh,
thinking
wow.
you pay with coins at the grocery store.
Right.
Yeah,
I knew I
and
was trying to
that
give
too.
you. I was trying to do it.
Like
But-
say Aldi, that quarter in the cart.
I
All right, so the audience can already see our words, sort
Okay.
of.
Oh,
So
you
just
should.
for
But-
you guys.
Good guess.
Do you guys?
Yeah, but we don't have. I mean,
So we
Jonah's
think,
guesses were like clues
number
that were out of
two
this
is-
Number
world.
two
America.
is
North.
north.
Team got them easy.
North in America.
It
number
was-
2 north.
It was actually south.
Okay, very close.
Okay.
All right,
And
we were gonna
then
get there.
So we had always makes me cry for number 1. That's the only clue you had for
Yeah.
that one. Number 3 was he always could and fire.
It's not that like a train.
Train?
Is good, is it?
Engine.
Oh, I was there.
Engine.
I was
Okay.
there.
Nice.
Okay.
And then you only had
Yeah.
camera for number
Camera.
4.
Smart.
So it was video.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So normally you would have multiple clues for all of them and you can kind of start putting things together.
Yeah. But you're trying to be like Jonah did, really
Out there.
out there to help your team, but not help the other team.
How would you hum any of those?
Kanye's favorite song.
Because if you went or something, that would be really there, right? Like the chugga chugga choo choo thing.
How would you record that on your sheet?
Like, yeah, that is true. How are you? Like the humming song.
Isn't there a thing about humming in there? I thought there was.
I mean, it's got to be possible. It just
It's
depends on
got to
the
be
word.
possible.
It just depends on what the words are.
Basket, rabbit,
But
kangaroo.
You can't give them clues that they're gonna get.
Right. Pill ate them all. I was like, what are we doing? This is like.
But you didn't. You get
I was trying to do words that were similar to each other in that first round.
Oh, the first time I thought it said vegetarian.
I knew
when
he said
first read
vegetarian.
it. And I
Right.
was like, meat? Is that the opposite? Ooh, what a great clue. Oh, that actually is the word
Oh.
vegetarian.
Sean said he saw Melissa presenting the dice tower
Oh,
awards at
yes.
Gen Con.
And Sean, you were at Gen Con and you didn't find us? Come on, man. What happened?
Oh, well, they did also
They-
stream
they
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
So yeah, I was
You can
kind
watch
of
it
a
online.
last minute addition. So within a few days. So happy that Stella invited me to present with her since Tarrant wasn't able to make it to the show.
I heard it was a great show. They gave away some big awards. Lots of big wins out there. Kevin, what do we got coming up Thursday? Are we doing a playthrough this coming week?
Yes.
You guys at Perch?
Perch.
No, that's,
Yes.
No, maybe not.
I think Perch
Maybe.
is 2
No,
weeks.
it's this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Thursday
something's coming up
at
Thursday.
7
Ta-da.
from Inside Up Games.
Will asked me what it was, and it's Perch.
Awesome.
And Sarah's correct.
I was behind a week since I missed
That's right, Melissa.
Thursdays.
Time travel. That's
What,
yes.
what are we talking about? Like, are we talking about Wordle? Because that's what I was like. Wait a minute.
I don't back to the party, Hannah.
No, I don't see anything about humming in here.
Okay.
You have to be
Jonas
able to
making up
spell out the
rules.
It
clue.
might be
Okay.
Maybe
You
it
have
was
to
a
be
version-
able to spell out the clue.
Version 3. Maybe that was.
yeah.
It is
There-
possible to
I think
spell
I've
out
got
sounds, but
House rules in my Decrypto.
Well, there's also an Excel version which we'll show you sometime. It is.
Big. You would be
huge.
able to see
Can
the
we
words
do that
on
at
that one.
Tantrum Con? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
something that we could do as a big group game?
Come play a giant version with us.
That'd be amazing.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Saturday morning board game show. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Tune in Thursday. We'll be doing a fun playthrough. And then, as always, we got a bunch of stuff coming from the channel for you guys at home. See ya. Bye.
bye.